Hello everyone, and today we will talk about two important transitions in the Indian auto market, BS7 norms and the ethanol blending shift. In simple language, this presentation will explain how car buyers should think in the coming years. First, let's understand the regulatory side. India's auto sector is shaped not just by new car launches, but also by policy changes. And right now, two major changes are happening in parallel: the BS7 emissions transition and the increase in ethanol blending in petrol. The main point of this slide is that BS7 could be the next big regulatory step around 2027. This could focus not only on exhaust emissions, but also on areas like real-world monitoring, brake dust, and tire-related pollution. The direct impact of this would be that vehicle manufacturing could become technically more expensive, which could also push up prices. Now, if we look at the fuel side, the government aims to reduce crude oil import dependence, hence ethanol blending is being aggressively pushed. The E20 rollout has already become a major policy direction, and higher blends like E30 may also be targeted in the future. This means that not every petrol car will be equally feasible in the future, especially if the engine is not designed for higher ethanol. EVs are undoubtedly a strong alternative. Zero tailpipe emissions make them attractive, and charging and battery technology is also rapidly evolving. Policy support in India is also positive, but cost, charging convenience, and ecosystem readiness remain key hurdles. The future of EVs in India is promising, but some real challenges are clearly visible. Adoption is slow in rural India. Even in metros like Delhi, Pune, and Mumbai, people are still hesitant. The network of charging points will take time to expand across India, and the battery recycling ecosystem is still under development. Most people are not yet preferring EVs for long-distance travel because charging networks are not available everywhere. The strange thing is that the electricity used to charge EVs still comes from coal. Flex fuel vehicles offer an interesting middle ground here. Their advantage is that they are designed to handle higher ethanol blends, making them more resilient to future fuel policy changes. The trade-off is that mileage may be slightly lower on ethanol-heavy blends compared to pure petrol. So future readiness is achieved, but there may be a trade-off in efficiency. So now I'll get to the main question: what should a buyer actually do? Wait, buy now, get an EV, or wait for flex fuel? In the next slides, I'll break down this decision from a practical ownership point of view. My analysis suggests the current phase is a slightly higher transition risk phase. Some of the engines available on the market today may be products that are in between policy shifts. If you can wait, the post-2027 scenario may be clearer. Fuel clarity will be better, emission norms will settle, and technology will be more mature. So 2027 seems like a sweet spot. By then, BS7-ready platforms are more likely to be available, flex fuel engines may also be available in more purpose-built forms, and the direction of policy support may also become clearer. For the long-term buyer, this could mean lower uncertainty and lower ownership risk. If you're only planning to keep the car for 4 or 5 years, buying a BS6 Phase 2 E20 compatible car today can be a practical choice. Short-term buyers can benefit from immediate discounts, and the long-term transition risk is relatively low. Therefore, the current market opportunity can be taken advantage of during a short ownership cycle. But if you're a buyer who plans to keep your car for 10-15 years or more, the picture is different. In such a case, waiting for a flex fuel vehicle may be more practical. The upfront cost may be slightly higher, but there will be less long-term stress, as the vehicle will be better prepared against future ethanol transitions. Waiting also has a hidden benefit. Not only BS7, but hybrid systems can also become more mature. Engine tuning and efficiency can also improve, so that ethanol-related mileage concerns can be handled a little better. And if you can use your current vehicle for a little longer, overall value extraction can also be better. Finally, flex fuel vehicles are considered future-ready because their fuel systems are designed for higher ethanol blends. They have better sensing, injection, and material compatibility, making them easier to adapt to future fuel policy changes. If ethanol blending increases further, the relevance of such vehicles will increase. Thank you, choose the right one and be happy.